Rhode Islanders could soon get access to low-cost prescription drugs. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Kim Clooney, and the Senate recently approved a new piece of legislation that would import cheaper prescription drugs from Canada. 12 News reporter Valerie Moravi tells us more about this bill and what Rhode Islanders could expect if it passes. Valerie?
Well, lawmakers are looking to establish a wholesale prescription drug importation program for the first time to help those struggling with the cost. I spoke to Luis De Palma, who is one of the senators who introduced this bill, and he tells me residents shouldn't be deciding between money and their health.
Do I pay for my medication or do I eat? Do I pay for my rent? They're making these life and death basically decisions.
According to the Rhode Island Office of Health Insurance Commissioner, prescription drug spending in Rhode Island is expected to increase this year. If this bill passes, the program would allow direct import for lower cost drugs for Canada to be sold at retail settings throughout the state. The drugs will have to be approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and must be cheaper in Canada to be eligible. Rhode Island is the 6th state to propose a bill like this. Florida recently passed a similar legislation.
But what we would do is we either through a wholesaler already, or the state would establish a state agency as the wholesaler to import those particular prescription drugs.
But how much savings are we talking about here? De Palma says those prescription drugs will be 2 to 4 times cheaper for the exact same drug.
We're not going to want to go to some other type of drug that might be the same. No, it's got to meet the right quality, and the FDA will approve it.
Meanwhile, De Palma says most private insurances in the state have been supportive of the bill.
All the various insurance companies that insure Rhode Islanders will very quickly figure out we want to be a part of that. Why? It will reduce the cost of our members.
Well, the bill now heads to the House of Representatives for consideration. In the studio, I'm Valerie Moravi, 12 News.